Hey guys, it's Sagar from TechWorks. OnePlus 5T has been praised a lot, especially for its cameras. But does it have what it takes to compete with the dual cameras on the iPhone X? Let's find out. I have compared the camera of the 5T with that of the OnePlus 5 in a previous video. And honestly, I did not find a huge difference there. But we will still see how this video goes. I know that the OnePlus 5T costs much less than the iPhone X, but that doesn't automatically make it the winner in this competition. Keep in mind that this is a comparison between the cameras on these devices. I've been using both of these smartphones right from the day that they launched, and both have received many software updates which brought a lot of improvements to their camera performance. Now let's first get the specs out of the way. On the OnePlus 5T, the main camera is a 16 megapixel sensor with f1.7 aperture and electronic stabilization. Secondary camera has a 20 megapixel sensor and a very wide f1.7 aperture. Both the cameras have 27mm lenses, which means you can no longer take optically zoomed 2x images. You can still take 2x images, but they are just digitally zoomed in. You also no longer have the option to use either of the lenses at your will. The phone will choose the lens to be used depending on the lighting conditions. There are dual 12 megapixel cameras on the iPhone X. Main camera has a 28mm lens with f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization, where the secondary camera has a 52mm lens, f2.4 aperture, and it is also optically stabilized. You can take 2x zoomed images, and you can switch between either of the lenses whenever you want while taking images and videos. 5T can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second and 720p slow motion videos at 120 frames per second. iPhone X can shoot 4K videos at 24, 30 and 60 frames per second and 1080p slow motion videos at a staggering 240 frames per second. There is a mammoth 16 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture at the front of the OnePlus 5T, whereas the iPhone X has a 7 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. With the specifications out of the way, let us take a look at the images and videos from both these cameras. But before we do that, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the amazing videos coming up on this channel. The daylight images from both these phones are really good, but the colors are a bit different from both these phones. iPhone captures a bit warmer and richer looking colors, while the colors from the OnePlus 5T are a bit cooler and seem a bit washed out in comparison. There are slightly more details in the images from the iPhone X. Since the 5T has a higher megapixel sensor, I expected it to be the other way around. But it seems like the image processor on the iPhone X does a better job than the image processor on the OnePlus 5T. These images are taken with 2x mode on both these cameras. On the 5T, it's just a digitally zoomed image, but on the iPhone X, it is optically zoomed. You can digitally zoom in a lot more on both of these phones, and these images have been captured by zooming in 6 times. And again, you can see that the image from the iPhone is much sharper and good looking than the one from the OnePlus 5T. OnePlus has always had a bit of a problem when it comes to focusing while taking close-up images, and the 5T still has that issue. But this can easily be fixed by switching to manual mode, and you can now set the focus wherever you want. These images look great from both these phones, but the colors, contrast and the dynamic range is again better from the iPhone X. Here are a couple of more shots showing the dynamic range of both these cameras. iPhone X captures amazing dynamic range as you can see in these shots. Now let's take a look at the portrait mode images. This is where OnePlus is set to do really well. Both of them take amazing portrait shots and they are getting better at it with each software update. Edge detection on both has got much better than how it was at the launch. Since both the lenses on 5T have a similar focal length, the background in its portrait images is not as compressed as it is in the images from the iPhone X. OnePlus also has a much wider aperture on the secondary lens, so its portrait images are also brighter than those from the iPhone X. Now as we move to artificial and lower lighting conditions, we see a bigger difference between the images from both these cameras. OnePlus 5T is supposed to perform much better in lower lighting conditions thanks to its secondary camera. But this improved performance is still not enough to take on the iPhone X in these situations. iPhone still captures better colors, sharper, detailed and brighter images. If you zoom in on any of these images, we can clearly see the iPhone capturing more details. But you can only notice this if you zoom in. Otherwise, the images look equally good. Front-facing camera on the OnePlus 5T captures detailed and sharper images, but I like the way iPhone captures the colors and the dynamic range. 5T also has a wider lens on the front-facing camera of the two, so you can get more of your friends in the shot. On the iPhone 10, you can now take portrait images with the front-facing camera as well. They might not be as sharp or as clear as the ones from the rear-facing camera or the front-facing camera of the new Pixel phones, but I think it still does a very good job. Videos from both these phones are really smooth. Electronic stabilization on the 5T does a great job, and the optical stabilization on the iPhones has always been amazing. You can shoot 720p videos in 120 frames per second on the 5T, but the iPhone can take it to the next level by shooting 1080p videos at 240 frames per second. It is just a treat to look at. With all of the image and video samples that we saw in this video, it is clear that the iPhone 10 has a better set of cameras, and we all knew this before even starting this video. But as you know, it also costs almost 3 times as much as the OnePlus 5T, and the actual difference between the images of the two is not as big as the difference in their prices. Now if you are looking to choose between these phones based on their camera performance alone, then go with the iPhone 10. It costs a lot, but it also packs in an amazing set of dual cameras. On the other hand, you can get the OnePlus 5T, save a lot of money, and still get a set of cameras which is not too far behind in this comparison. So now after checking out image and video samples, which one will you choose? Let me know in the comment section. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.